is good, my anime faithful? What is good, yo? So it's happening. We're getting right back into the promise of Neverland, and boy, what is going on? I've never been so confused and scared at the same time. Um, with being uh able to watch this episode um like twice and also have to pause it and do stuff and then have time to think about what I was watching or just what I had saw. It gives me chills, man. Like the sister is a freak. She is a freak. I don't know what the heck's her problem, but she is crazy. Not to mention that we are definitely in a weird position when it comes down to overall narrative of just what these like two women are going to kind of plan out against the kids, in the sense of if they do want them to do, if they want them to like make a certain mistake, like I can understand it because it makes it that much easier to follow up with punishments and stuff like that. So with there being punishments, you would think that the kids would be afraid of whatever comes with it and stuff like that. But as we see, they're so focused on getting out of here, they have no real time to be scared of their choices, so to speak. They kind of just have to go with their instincts on whatever they can. And I think that's another reason why some of these plans are looking kind of like really obvious and suspicious to the sisters, because not only are they like 12 and like I think 13's the oldest that they've ever had in the house, but like at their age, they're not really as clever as they could be. So to imagine that they still have so much maturing to do and they're already trying to, well, not all of them, but at least one is trying to make sure that she's doing the best thing for multiple people, not just saving herself. And to think that that's already instilled in her at this age is absolutely ridiculous, in the sense of how good that is and like prideful that is. But in the same breath, we get to see that for some reason perfect score kids are just better. Like they're just good at what they do, in the sense of overall thinking or just maybe figuring out things as they go. Something about them, though, truly scares this sister this week's episode, because with all the people that she finds and kind of like runs up on, we never really catch a real good glimpse of her using any tracking device. She followed the footprints just like how they could. Like everything they were figuring out on like teaching the kids, the parents or the mom and the sister were, that's something they could easily probably do already. That's something that they need to be able to know just in case emergencies and stuff like that, or if they wanted to do that themselves to protect the kids or something, but that would never be the case. But where I was going with it is somehow the sister even knew of fake footprints. She saw the footprints and she's like, these are fake. Like, what do you mean, brother? Like, she straight up just walks up on, she's like, nah, these ain't about that life. Next. Like, she's so broken. And if she's doing that casually, you gotta imagine the other one is like the mom. She probably even does it even more, because supposedly when the sister shows up, excuse me, she is envious of the mom. She is jealous. She actually wants the mom that is there. She wants her life. She wants the kids, or at least kids like that of her own, to be able to watch over. So when I hear that, and you hear the whole idea of her actually wanting Emma, Ray, and Norman to straight up uh, go out of their way to actually, get caught, it's kind of this fun thought of like, if she is trying to be rise up in the ranks, it's like we know what would rise her up in the ranks, and that would be catching three kids from who were planning to escape and who had saw the package, which is, I think it's weird on the mom's part to disclose all that so quickly. But I guess it makes sense as well because I believe she is the one that called for these reinforcements. So maybe there's two plots going on right now where the mother is actually, um, maybe she knows about people in her own company being kind of like the way the sister is, like desperate for any type of promotion, or willing to even attack one of their own, in the sense of, hold on, attack one of their own, even in the sense of wanting just position, just power. Like, oh, I know how I could end this person. She just gave me all the information I wanted. And it feels like it's way too good to be true that she would give her that much information as soon as she walks in, knowing that it's a mistake on her part and could be something detrimental to her life or something. Why would she then just give up every ounce of information she has, and even tell her the one she suspects that it is, if she didn't kind of like, maybe it's a way of just showing that you quote unquote trust this other person, and then boom bam, once they find out you don't really trust them, they're gonna, they might attack the kids, and now she, aka the mother, can watch even from a further distance how they're reacting and how they're treating the situation. Because from what I can tell, is not only did the sister get her chance to pretty much stir the pot and see what the older kids would do, I feel like the mom watched all of that and has a pretty good idea of even now what they're capable of, further than maybe what she suspected. Because hiding footprints, having all of the kids, like commingling in the sense of hide and seek, and not just them having fun, all spreading out, doing whatever they want to do. Stuff like that kind of gave it away for me, in the sense of there's no way that, like that's a pretty big change in your game plan. And then not to mention, um, they did that same, it was the same people playing, but with way higher, um, like everybody was way higher teamwork against Norman compared to what it used to be. And I think Carol, I believe is the sister's name. I believe she caught on to that relatively quickly, and because of that, it was just that much more convenient for her to be like, "Oh, I'm just gonna." The best way to act like I don't get it is playing along, but I think this was the closest time we had to seeing the tracking device at use again. Because simply, when you think about it, the one time we like lose track of the sister, what happens? She automatically knows where Emma is. She automatically finds out, exactly where to be to find her, and like even trick, like to say a line in the sense of, I want to set this up, I want to preference this with, hey, I'm on your side, and if you allow me, you know, to help you, it might be easier. Like now on a more conscious level of thinking, Emma being someone naive and having someone know that about you, she then uses your naivety to tell you about joining your side. And she actually, like looked up and thought about it. And that's another way to just show that she was 100% right about that. So she even considered it. She's like, wait, maybe that makes sense. Maybe she's here to transfer here to help. No, she's even worse than Mother almost. Maybe. I can't tell. They're both so crooked. Crooked Hillary. I'm so sorry. Um, but with that being said, it just goes to show us that whatever comes with these two grown women, it might be much more of a twist than I expected. They might actually start bopping each other, because the sister wants to become the mother, and she pretty much knowing the mistakes and seeing that all of that is, the mother's fault supposedly, or at least it's the mother's fault in the case of it hasn't been told yet. It hasn't been brought up and actually, taken care of by the higher ups or just by her in general. That just goes to show the sister that there's someone that could be breaking the rules for her own benefits. And I still believe it's weird that she would just tell someone all the things that she's done wrong and just expect nothing bad to come from it. Like, including when you're the one who brought them here. Like, does any of that make sense to you guys? But with that all being said, everybody, I am going to end it there before I keep going on and on and on about this show, because there's a lot I could say. Every time they pretty much like zoom in on one of these kids and they are freaking out, it's pretty clear to me that something crazy could happen at any time. But at the same time, I want to give a huge shout out to Killua's voice actor or voice actress. I'm not sure, because I'm pretty sure no one would have guessed Goku's voice actress was a girl in the sub until you really looked into it. And you're just like, okay, yeah, that's definitely not a man. Um, and then on top of that, Killua was very an interesting character in Hunter x Hunter. If you have not seen it, please go see it. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but one of the better and standout voices in the sub was Killua's voice, just like Netero's and Gon's and even Hisoka's. But if you hear it, you kind of can't unhear it. So shout out to him. Amazing, amazing work as the black-haired one. I think that's Ray. He's Ray. Ray Emma Norman. So amazing hearing his voice again. I'm so glad that it's times like this when you're like, holy crap, I am a weeb, but I'm so happy to hear this man has work. And not only does he have work, it's the high quality work. He's not working for just, some anime that's no one's ever heard of. This is an anime that people have been talking up for so long, and to think that he's one of the three main characters again, like he's one of the main cast again. It's absolutely dope to see one of your favorite people from a different show become another amazing character in another show. So, uh, follow your dreams. Well, that's where I'll end it with that one. This man is killing it out there, or she is killing it out there. So, love you guys. We're at 59 subs. It's getting crazy on this channel. We're just shooting up. I'm trying to grind daily, so you know how it is. I'm just ready for any content that drops, and I'm just taking it with full honest approach and seeing if you guys enjoy it. So if you do, let me know. And if there's any shows that I talk about and you actually want to watch it, that's the whole point of this channel. That's why I do this. I want you to watch something that you might not have necessarily watched, or you might not have even heard of or knew existed. And then when you do, if you enjoy it, or if you even start, watching shows differently and because of it, let me know. That makes me feel amazing to know that I helped someone check out something that they don't usually check out. So with that, everybody, I hope you have a great night, day, evening, and I will talk to you in the next one. I am the Anime G, and I will talk to you later. Peace.